I'm going to start with a topic that I know you love to talk about, which is obesity.
What do you want to know?
What do I know? Well, I have heard that we are one of the third fattest nations.
Do you believe it?
Yeah, I actually do. I've just spent 2 weeks in China and I was blown away by how much they eat. They're actually not afraid of food.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
And you don't see a lot of fat people in China.
No, you don't, but they are getting a little bit fatter in Hong Kong.
Yeah, they are getting a bit fatter, but that's it because they eat a traditional diet. On the whole, all old cultures have worked it out, what to eat, it's healthy.
Yeah, why do you think we're getting so
because
fat?
we don't eat
because there's Europe, there's the UK, there's all sorts of other places that could be fatter than us.
No, but we don't eat a traditional diet. We've rejected our traditional food. Like the French, who eat 25% smaller portions than Americans, don't eat between meals, and they sit down at the shared table and they that's where they eat at a certain time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have to say that, look...
It's structure, isn't it? Around,
there's something else, it's cooking. Do you ever hear, when they're talking about all this stuff about obesity, do you ever hear the word cooking? You never ever hear it, right? The higher the amount of cooking in any culture, any society, the lower amount of obesity. End of story. Cuts across class, cuts across wealth. Rich women who don't cook are less healthy than poor women who do cook. It's most interesting. Yet the powers that be here just don't seem to have ever heard of this thing. There's no encouragement of teaching kids to cook, you know, because there's two things that are really important about cooking. It's good for your health, which we just talked about, and it's also good for society. Because when you cook, the most efficient way to feed people is all at one table. And when you sit together, you've got to make eye contact. It's where you learn everything. So you get socialised. Now, if you take that really important social mechanism out of any society, you've got to replace it with something that does the same job. And what?
Well, that just becomes a glass of wine in front of the TV.
Well, no. What's teaching these kids? You know, nothing. It's a terrible, parlous state to be in.
So therefore, the absolute power of a program like Masterchef, which has got, I mean, incredible ratings, who would have thought that they would have displaced Coronation Street or endeavoured to do so?
Exactly.
So the power of that, do you think it's changing the mindset around cooking? With
the thing about, look, it's a game show. Let's not put too fine a point on it. We know this. We know it's a game show. But it's about cooking. And what it does is it makes cooking cool and it makes people want to give it a go. And the more people that cook, the better off we'll all be. As long as you make it yourself, as long as you don't go out and buy that sweet drink, those French fries, you know, the fat, salt and sugar, all those treat things which occur very, very rarely in nature are now available 24/7, and that's why people are fat.
And those are the choices we make when we're hungry and we're doing the fasting.
And the other thing is people should be really, really honest with themselves. Do you just want to be slim at any cost, or actually do you want to eat a healthy diet? Because there's a little bit difference there.
And I think it is too, where I went back to the people being afraid of food. I mean, it was...
And the bewildering amount of nutritional advice that you get. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, but I think it is, as you say, if you've got a healthy lifestyle and you just eat fresh food, you've got to be healthy.
I agree. I have this little mantra that I say at every single demonstration I do, and it is eat the biggest variety of food you can, be moderate, get some exercise, and for crying out loud, stop worrying.
you know, my grandmother, who was always incredibly slim, used to say, if you want to lose weight, just eat half of what you normally eat. That's all you need to do.
Just everything.
Just halve it. Yeah, even halve the McDonald's, halve the whatever you're doing, just halve it.
You can't cheat with fat-free, you can't cheat with anything like that. Eat less. It's about calories.